We've had many discussions over the past few months about people detaching from reality. In the recent episode about crossing the Rubicon, you stated Julius Caesar had opportunity to thrive in the country. To what extent is the detachment today a lack of frontiers? Do you believe achieving feasible space exploration will solve this problem? In part, yes. And I did mention this, I think, back in the Tiberius Gracchus episode, way back in the day, that the need for something like a new Homestead Act, right? The Homestead Act, which kind of encouraged the settlement of the frontier, is really pressing. And we've been talking about this in the American Mind for some time, actually. It's just that this, the kind of sense that everything has already been exhausted, this need that people feel to like retreat back into these smaller and smaller urban spaces, take up less and less space. That's a sense of decay. Even if we have environmental challenges to face, there's something spiritually deadening about the narrative that what we just need to do is pull back and shrink and resist plowing forth into any new space. I'm really against this thing that's like, well, we already have a planet here. Why should we go exploring new planets? I absolutely think we need to be going to space. We also need, I think, to be, looking at the use we can make of our country right now, which is so underused, and not in the sense that I want like a coal plant on every corner. But I do think, like you've seen with the Ukraine situation, that we have all of these, incredible minerals, these incredible resources, nuclear power that could be harnessed, and oil that we could be harnessing to resolve the issue for the world, even. I mean, not just for us, right? To help alleviate some of the pressure on the world that has come up as a result of the Ukraine thing. I mean, there's so much that we're being held back from by the EPA, by our sort of bureaucracy, that I think that would unleash a lot of energy too, and that would make the real embodied world a fun place to be in again. But I do think that space travel is part of it. I think it all has to be dictated by a sense of what we are, and that's where I know I keep harping on God. I know I keep harping on the metaphysics of it all, but it's like, if you don't got a good philosophy, if you don't got a good theology, you're never going to do anything good with the places that you go. You can take your soul anywhere and it'll still be your soul. So you need to understand, right, that you are created in the image of God, that you're a rational animal, that your job is to give order to the world and to establish in each new age and each new place a vision of the heavenly kingdom. Like, this is an incredible mantle for us to take up if we'll do it. But we have to believe in such a thing as creation first. So yes, space travel. Yes to more extraction of energy from our own country and from the earth. Yes to using the tech that we already have in more edifying ways. But before all of it, right, who are we and who is God is the question that we must answer. So yes, I think you're on the right track. But I do think that there's always going to be a God-shaped hole in anything we do until we resolve that issue.